Look, at this point, I'm convinced Nathan MacKinnon could probably even get me to score a goal in the NHL. Avs win over the Seattle Kraken 6-3. This is the type of game when you're the other team, you kind of just shrug your shoulders and go, yeah, they've got Nathan MacKinnon and that dude beat us. There's just not a whole lot you can do to stop that at times. I will say, though, the Avs as a team played a very good game at 5-on-5, especially through the parts of this game that it was close at least. And it wasn't just MacKinnon balling out, although that did happen. It was the rest of the stars contributing effectively and even the depth getting involved. That all gets smashed together on the Avs' first goal just 2.5 minutes in. Fourth line guys grinding away for the Avs here to help create this goal. It gets back out to the point, and the Avs are able to find Nathan MacKinnon for a setup up high. Him and Girard do a little bit of give and go work. It doesn't work. MacKinnon has nowhere to go here, and yet somehow he just finds a puck move to float it through two Seattle players. Is Seattle defense poor here? Absolutely. But does anybody else but Nathan MacKinnon perform this play and find a way to make it work? Boy, I can't think of many other guys in the league that can. It creates a ridiculous amount of space for MacKinnon. MacKinnon sucks everybody into the ice. Look, all 5 players staring at Nathan MacKinnon. You even have Grubauer leaning to that side to lock into MacKinnon. And MacKinnon recognizes this and finds the open man away from the eyeballs in Chris Wagner, and Wagner is able to finish. It's funny, in many ways, this game does feel a little bit like the dam breaking for Colorado on the goal-scoring side of things. It had just been far too long, and they've been far too ineffective, especially on their dangerous chances so far this year. And yeah, part of that is they're missing a lot of goal scorers, but part of that is the puck just hasn't been going in for them. It's going in now. And yeah, it might take some all-world plays from Nathan MacKinnon to set those things up, but the Avs also got a little bit lucky at times. Grubauer might want that goal back. It ends up in the back of the net, and the Avs are off and running. So the Avs go up 1, and I really don't have any issues with their 5-on-5 play for pretty much all of this game. Their big issue was penalties and the penalty kill. The Avs' discipline continues to be an issue, and their penalty kill continues to fail to bail them out. This is technically a goal scored on 5-on-5 for Seattle to even the game, but really it's immediately after a power play expires. The Avs do technically kill this penalty, but you'll see it's not a 5-on-5 by any stretch of the imagination. The Avs' legs are tired at the end of a PK here, and they're just not able to win a race or a battle for a puck. As you get the setup back out high and they work it on the far side, this is played well initially for the most part. DeHaan recognizes he's got to go out and challenge the puck carrier to help on that side, and that sets up this play for Seattle. As DeHaan goes out and challenges, you have a very clear set here from the Avs. You have Wagner attacking the low forward. I don't know, whatever you want to call this, that's fine. He's taking his man. DeHaan is charging the puck carrier, so that leaves down deep in the zone, Lecky to take away Burakovsky on the far side for the seam pass, so Malinsky has to take away the man in front. He just has to. With this setup, it has to go that way. Malinsky gets caught in the middle and looks to help Lecky guard Burakovsky. You now have 2 guys defending 1 guy on a penalty kill. That's never a good sign. Yeah, in a perfect world, DeHaan doesn't let this pass get through, but Malinsky needs to be taking a man here that is not already covered. Because he doesn't do that, when the pass gets through, there's no resistance, and that's a pretty easy goal. I think we're still seeing some communication or unclear issues with the Avs defensive systems this year, where guys aren't 100% sure where they're supposed to be, especially when you add a player back into the lineup like a Lehkonen. Some of the things that people are clicking on are going to get a little bit disrupted, and that kind of happened there. Nathan MacKinnon was ever present in this game, but as the Avs continued to dominate the 5-on-5 of the first period, yeah, MacKinnon gets his points, but it's the depth guys that come through ultimately on the second goal. Devon Toews is not going to get an assist on this play, but recognizes as the Avs are changing that MacKinnon is up ice and that he can spring something. This play doesn't get created without this initial start. MacKinnon does a good job to find enough space to find Ivan and help create a play. The shot from Ivan is errant at best, but the Avs get a little bit lucky and it bounces to the corner that MacKinnon happens to be in. A bouncing puck. Nathan MacKinnon just had it tonight. He finds a way to slip this puck through and get it back to Ivan. I don't really understand. Maybe he just got lucky. And a beautiful little play from Ivan to find Kovalenko here. Unfortunately, Kovalenko, not a righty, on his backhand side, is not able to finish this initial play. But with the puck staying loose, it just happens to find Ivan. The Avs swarming in and around the net. Finally, they find a puck on this season, and Ivan is able to make it count. Those are the types of plays that it feels like the Avs have failed to capitalize on often enough this year. The rebound pucks where a second chance opportunity is what nets you the goal. The Avs just haven't found them very effectively during their losing streaks of this season. When they're finding those types of plays, when they're doing the hard work and getting to the dirty areas, it's not rocket science. The Avs usually win. Overall, it's a solid first period. The Avs win the period. That is objective number one for the Avs this season. When they win the first period, they win games for the most part. But a dumb penalty at the end of the period did not set the Avs up for success in the second. Casey Middlestat takes an offensive zone penalty. You just can't do that. That does come back to bite the Avs. This is coming from a 4-on-4 situation to an Avs penalty kill, and the Avs should be chilling here. This puck takes a bit of a weird ricochet, but it comes out to LOC. He has space. He can do whatever he wants with this, even if he wants to send it back to his teammates. Seattle not being particularly aggressive. LOC turns up the ice. This guy isn't even charging him. This is a guy coasting in on LOC. He can, again, do whatever he wants. Has 3 teammates that are all free options for him, and he opts to fire it right into the guy in front of him. It's just a bad play. There's no two ways about that. That leads to a chaotic defensive situation where Taves is not able to recognize the man coming down on him on the back door, so the pass gets through and the Avs are beat. I will say, it's a 5-hole goal on a weak shot. Didn't love it from Eustace. I don't think you need me to tell you that that was poor play from Logan O'Connor. It's been a bit of a tough go this season for LOC. He just hasn't fit very effectively up in the top 6 of the lineup because he's not a top 6 guy. Not for a full season. He has that couple of weeks every year where he pops off, but he's established himself as a 3rd line or bottom 6 guy really in this league, and he's great at that. But we need to get him back to that position. The Avs need to get healthier and put him where he's supposed to be. Thankfully, despite this, it did not seem to rock the Avs' momentum at all. They were out there playing confident quality hockey, and they got the job done in the second period by drawing penalties and capitalizing on their power play opportunities. Back in the lineup in the big boy spot for Arturi Lehkonen in the bumper that the Avs have made work this year. They do their normal perimeter stuff, but then Nathan MacKinnon happens. And MacKinnon, I don't even understand how he does this. He's closing on the man he wants to pass to. He's got multiple players closing on him, and he just decides, you know what, I can flip this puck into Lecky over sticks. No big deal. He does it, and Lecky makes it count. If Nathan MacKinnon is adding a sauce pass like that to his arsenal, I don't know how you stop the Avs' best players anymore. It used to be Rantanen, the guy who had that sauce pass in the bag and was working as the distributor for the Avs, especially on that power play. If you're getting that from both sides to the middle, yeah, the bumper might just become an unstoppable force for this Avs power play. The second power play goal is way more standard, and while not very interesting, I still love to see it. Avs doing what they do on the power play. I don't mind MacKinnon shooting, but that's a pretty tough angle if I'm honest. The Avs are able to recoup the rebound, and you see this a lot. The Avs forcing teams to overcommit. Yeah, you regularly want to slide over on your penalty kill, but a lot of the time, teams just seem to forget about Mikko Rantanen. You know who doesn't forget about Mikko Rantanen? Cale Makar. He's going to find that guy. He's going to find the open spot. And Mikko, well, when he shoots, he usually scores. Thank you, Mikko Rantanen. Mikko was so much better in this game. Yes, he only gets the 1 goal and an empty netter for a 2-goal night, but look at his shifts. I know you're not going to go back and watch. I did. That's why I'm telling you. Shift in, shift out. The effort was there from Mikko. He was using his body, using that physicality, jumping into plays and back-checking well. The engagement was fully on for Mikko. This is the guy the Avs have needed. The other thing I didn't talk about, the challenge nonsense on the Mikko Rantanen goal. Ultimately, they got the call right, even if it was a mess to get there, and I'm tired of talking about it, so let's just move on, okay? Though, to be honest, with the 5-point night for MacKinnon, maybe tonight he could have gotten away with a lazier night. And that pretty much sealed this one up. The Avs went into shutdown mode in the third period, and it wasn't really a turtle. The Avs actually outshot Seattle 11-6 in the third period. So the Avs got the significantly better of the offense, but the Avs were very smart, very safe, preventing Seattle from doing anything effective at 5-on-5. You did get down to goalie pull time, and the Avs do end up giving up a goal, something that's seemed to happen a lot to them this year. Shout out Parker Kelly for giving up the body on this play. I'm sure everyone's seen it by now, but the dude blocked 5 shots on this shift. I'm going to be the negative Nancy here. If you have to block 5 shots on this shift, that means you failed your job in reattaining possession of the puck while the team goes bombs away on you. Still love the effort from Kelly, though. Not knocking him on that. Ultimately, the Avs have been stuck in their own zone for an eternity. They eventually just run out of gas, and a shot from the outside gets a nice tip on it that ends up in the back of the net. I'm continuing to not worry too much about 6-on-5 situations with a 2-goal lead. If the Avs win the game from that spot, then whatever if they give up a goal. But as I said last time it happened, it's something you're keeping in the back of your mind. If this starts to happen in 1-goal games, you have a problem very quickly. And then an empty netter and a nice little goal here from Kovalenko in garbage time to get the Avs another power play goal is how you get to your 6-3 final. I haven't talked about it because this video is a bit late and it sounds like Cale Makar is fine. So that's good news. Yeah, it wasn't against the toughest competition, but they won the game. They looked good. What's not to like? I think you're in a good spot. And the real test comes tomorrow against Winnipeg. Then we'll see. That's the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. I am Rudo, and if Makar is actually hurt, I'm scrapping.